Hello out there, everyone. Once again, this is Soul Patrol Jedi, and today I'm going to do the review of the theatrical film, The Clone Wars. As you all know, by my 5,000 videos I've done, I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan, but I don't like everything Star Wars, so, don't expect me to walk into everything with the fucking, wide open imagination thing, because there's many things I like, and there's many things I don't like. So keep that up when I'm doing this review, okay? First off, I'm really sick and tired of people tearing this film apart. Granted, this film, it's not part of the sixth film quadrilogy, or however you want to pronounce it, the quadrilogy of Star Wars. And I think that's where a lot of the confusion is resulting, because people were expecting, when they saw a new Star Wars film was coming out, they were expecting it to be Episode 7, which, oddly enough, I've seen it listed in over probably 50 websites as Episode 7. Let's set the record straight. This is not Episode 7. Got it? The Skywalker saga is basically really over. The whole Clone Wars thing is a new take on many different aspects. It's not just about Skywalkers. Luke, and Leia, and Padme, and the whole clan. Although it does have Anakin in it, it's not mainly about him, which is one of the first things to not directly deal with him. There's several episodes. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's back up here. This film was the pilot for the TV series. Now, later on last year, Lucas, who was overviewing all the process because he decides what's canon and what's not, decided, based on the animation, that this film would be good publicity to turn into a theatrical film, to get people segue into the new series. And when I first heard that, I was really excited, to be honest. I heard, wow, there's a new Star Wars film? How cool is that? Another one. I mean, you get one every 3 years or so, but hell, when's the next time we're going to get another one? Probably never, until Lucas dies, or many years later in the future, maybe. Like I said, though, this was the pilot for the TV series. That's all it was. 3 or 4 episodes max. Now, people were looking at it when they saw animated, and they automatically trashed it, because a lot of people don't like animation. People over the ages of, 15, 16, whatever, think the animation is kiddie. And I'll admit, this was a film for kids, because this is the new generation that's ushering into Star Wars. These are the fans that are going to carry on the legacy. But the film was also a nod to many hardcore Star Wars fans, because it was a very funny, it was a very funny film. Excuse me for a second here. Hey, Jupe, I really liked it. I thought it was a fantastic film. But really, it's not about what I think. I'm just going over some main things so you guys can clear up what happened, okay? Now, first off, the intro is different. That's something a lot of people were bugged about, because everyone's used to, ba-bum, the Star Wars logo and the scroll down, 1 through 7 and whatever would happen. And a lot of people didn't like that because, they were so used to it. But, like I said, they're trying to separate the 6 films from the TV series, which is exactly what they did. It can't be the same thing, and people don't want to get everybody confused. As many things are set, from animated series to live action, or whatnot, or likewise, the voices are actually different. Anakin was done by Nick Hader, I think. Excuse me, I'm going to bring this up, because I'm not quite sure of the names. I forget this all the time. James Arnold Taylor did Obi-Wan. Ashley Drain did Ahsoka. Tom Kane did Yoda, which a lot of people didn't like. Nick Flutterman did Asajj. And D. Bradley Baker did Captain Rex, Commander Cody, and the Clone Troopers. The only people that actually returned to do their regular roles were Samuel Jackson as Mace Windu, Anthony Daniels as C-3PO, and who was the third one? Oh, duh. Star Wars fans came up with that. Christopher Lee as Count Dooku, or Darth Tyrannus, whatever you want to call him. He's badass. He's still always gonna be Count Dracula to me. If anybody will get that joke. Every film, like I said, back to the intro, has got to set the tone for the film. And the opening battle of Christophsis was absolutely fantastic. And it really just opened up the battle thing. When you see troopers just getting shot and going down. There's a scene I fluidly remember in the film where they're like, "Come on, let's go! Let's go!" And they hop out of the trench and the camera's following them, and the first trooper that pops up, you see his helmet fly off, and boom, he's dead. Oh my gosh, the first time I saw that, I was like, whoa, and the audience reaction on that was just, whoa, holy shit, you know, and that's something that will stick for me, and that's, through the 3 times I watched the film, people judge that differently, because the first night on the opening night screening, there were kids in the audience, and the kids were like, whoa, and some of the adults were like, oh man, and it was just awesome, and it shows. And I am stealing a little of this from Pete on the Force.net, the Forcecast, but he said that for the first time we get to see Anakin Skywalker as the hero, not as the whiny Jedi apprentice. Why am I not more powerful? No, we see him as a true hero at his full potential. I'm gonna go over some of the new characters. Ahsoka Tano, which a lot of people are kind of griping about. I say, you know, in the kind of the comic reliefs, you know, that the Padawan, the youngling, tagging along with Master Skywalker. I thought she was a fantastic character. I really liked her. She had the her style. First off, she's modeled after Shakti. I can't recall what species she is right now, but I like the way she was dressed, and she had this little couple braid things off the back of her head, which I thought were pretty cool. And she had the distinction of coming in and, you know, tagging along, and she called R2 R2E and Anakin Sky Guy, and, you know, she was goofy and bubbly and, you know, trying to prove herself to Anakin, and I think it was a real nice little bonding spot where Anakin said, you know, you wouldn't make it as Obi-Wan's Padawan, but you might make it as mine. That was a real bonding situation, because it shows Anakin's transition from Obi-Wan's apprentice and Jedi Knight to having a Padawan of his own, and making him kind of be more responsible and having to look after her, because there's several points in the film where he actually does save her. Sorry, I need a drink, I'm talking a lot. Like I said, the Obi-Wan Anakin and the Ahsoka to Anakin thing is very important, because, as you know, Ahsoka is not in Episode 3, either because she was not fully realized, or, as we're all assuming, is that she dies at some point, which makes Anakin dwell further towards the dark side, into what he wants to be, you know, what his lust for power and just saving people, because remember when he loses his mom, he says, you know, I wasn't strong enough to save you. Obi-Wan in this film was fantastic, same way as Anakin. Obi-Wan had, you know, the sly and sarcastic tone, talking down to Anakin, and they had their little budding, you know, camaraderie thing going on, which is very nice. And I saw nods to Alec Guinness's performance in A New Hope, where, you know, he goes, you know, what happened to your father? And he kind of goes, and looks away, and he tells him, you know, live what happened to his father, or technical lie. He did a very good job on that. Asajj Ventress was fantastic as always. A very nice, mean, menacing villain character. I don't see how Ahsoka took her on, because she had a dual saber. She had like Mace Windu's dual saber, and then she had 2 sabers, and Ahsoka held her off. That kind of bugged me a little bit. Going back to Obi-Wan, I saw Obi-Wan as the negotiator, as in what they called him in Episode 3. He goes, oh yeah, the negotiator.